What is going on, people? It is just me today. Why is there no light? It's going to be an interesting show. Thanks for joining. For those, I'll give it a little while. I'll just say hi to everybody. It's going to be an interesting show, a short show, as Chris, my normal co-host, is doing this little thing called Kickstarter, preparing for a Kickstarter tomorrow on their next game called Critter Kitchen, which will go live tomorrow. No, you're not. I mean, I don't know if you are or you aren't. I'm definitely not one to talk about that. But oh, there you are. Hi. Hello, Di. I'm sure Dave is nearby. Bill, how are you? Bailey, good to see us. Hopefully you're feeling better. I know you weren't feeling too well earlier. So yeah, Chris is getting ready for Critter Kitchen, which is launching tomorrow. Chris, drop in the comments. I don't know what time it's going live. So this past Saturday, we had a special show as part of PotionCon, which was Cardboard Alchemy's online convention. And we had a couple giveaways. We were giving away, I say a lot. I'm going to try not to say it for the rest of the show. Let's see how many times I do it. So we had a couple giveaways. They were for this fancy little potion shop or promo shop. And hey, Marcus. And for, I did it. There's one. I'll drink every time I do it. 5 copies of this deluxe edition of Flamecraft, which comes with the wooden bits and the fancy dragons and everything. So tonight, there's 2. There will be 5 promo shops given out and 5 deluxe given out. And I have the names right here. But I'm going to do them later. So in tradition, I guess the first thing, please go and like and subscribe. I think I said it again. This is going to be awful. It's Screwball, by the way. Anybody wondering? So like and subscribe, please. We had a tremendous show on Saturday. We had, at max, we had 66 people I saw at once watching the show. I'm going to say it way too often. It's so bad. 66 people watching at once, which was phenomenal. The convention, from what I understand, went super well. There were so many guests, so many things that were going on throughout the weekend, including Sandara's art. The creators of Critter Kitchen were on doing stuff. So all the success to Peter and Brad and Chris and everyone involved in creating that, everything that they've been doing, but especially over the weekend for PotionCon. So good job. The God, this is going to be so awful. I don't know why I said that. Why isn't it playing? No, that's not good. Yeah, Bailey, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's definitely live. I hope everyone is seeing it. Di is seeing it. Thank you, Bill. I think it was a fun show. So our go back and watch it. It was from this past Saturday. And we were just talking about games that if you like what Flamecraft does, you'll like these games as well. Whether it was mechanism or art or any of those kind of things. So I think it was a good show. Hopefully you guys liked it. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, good. Thanks, Brad. I'm glad you can see me. I was nervous. Really big show. Yep. Bailey, you seen it? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Good. And Chuck is here. Thanks again for being part of this. So the other thing that we normally do is announcements. So I'll do some announcements as well. I already said, God, this thing is awful. I got to work on this. God. As I mentioned, Cardboard Alchemy is launching Critter Kitchen tomorrow. So Chris is busy doing that. I'm sure he's laughing his ass off if he's got this on in the background. Oh, great. Oh, good. That's even better. Yep. And you're not listening to me. This is normal. Not listening to me while I'm on the show. So I'm glad things aren't changing on your end. I'm also talking about you a lot. So yeah, Critter Kitchen tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. Obviously he hasn't heard me, so he won't drop in, but go check it out. The subscribe page is up on Kickstarter. And it's just Critter Kitchen. Critter with a C, Kitchen with a K. That's launching tomorrow. I had a chance to play it at the gathering with Chris, and I believe one of the designers was there. I think it was Alex, and it went really well. It's what you expect. It's a cute game. The art's phenomenal. The mechanisms, the gameplay was great. We played it, I believe, at 4 or 5. I'm not 100%. I don't remember if Alex was playing or not, but it went really well. So I'm looking forward to that one, and that's launching tomorrow. Yeah, don't. I know it's going to be awful. It's awful. It's awful. Great. Great. I'm glad you guys are keeping track. There you go. 6 a.m. Pacific. So 9 Eastern tomorrow morning. It will launch. Fucking unbelievable. I did so well on Saturday's show not cursing. So I want to make sure I wasn't cursing, and I can't get the word out of my vernacular for this. This is ridiculous. So that's tomorrow. We also have next. Fucking Christ. I'm glad this is like a blooper reel. Next Monday, which is the 30th. Yeah, Marcus. Hopefully you're drinking along, because otherwise, why aren't you? God damn it. Yes. I'll go into that in a different show. So next Monday, the 30th, the night before Halloween, Chris and I, and potentially a special guest, will be playing Arkham Horror 2nd Edition, which for some of you that have been following know, that's the game that got me into the industry. That's the game that got me into modern board gaming. That's the game that introduced me to who Richard Lanius was, and ultimately got my design with Richard. So Arkham is special. I always try and play it once a year. Usually it's New Year's Eve. That was the tradition. So we're playing it on Monday for Halloween, which also makes sense. So that'll be next Monday. We'll be doing that. Also, I think I owe 2 more. Whatever. The other thing we do normally in the beginning of the show is do a Luca painting. So Luca is my son, one of them. He is almost 2, not yet 2. And he started watercolor painting on 3x3 canvases, which are now 4x4 canvases, with colors and paintbrushes and what you normally do with watercolor. And every show this year, for this season, has been a different watercolor painting that he's done. Mm-hmm. So this is today's. And I'm curious what we normally do, like a Rorschach test, is what do you see in the painting? Sometimes they're a little more obvious. There was one that was Chris had shown a figure and Luca painted it. This one was not. This was just him with the colors. So what do you guys see? More fall colors. I'm trying to get him into the season. So there's like next week's will be more Halloweenish colors. God damn it. Yeah, really, Bill. It's gonna happen. I have to break it from my vernacular. I really do. I noticed it a while ago that I said it way too much. So I'm gonna try and maybe slow down and think about what I want to say before. Go back to my public speaking days. So there you go, Chuck. Okay. I like the cardinal. Tulip or daffodils. Interesting. I did not see flowers. I like that. That's a good one. Definitely birds. It's easy to see the birds. Yeah, I see that, Wayne. I see a pterodactyl just because of this. Like, I see a longer beak than normal, and Luke has been watching that Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous, I think it is, which is amazing. I don't know if anyone wants to watch it. The story behind it, everything that's going on the island is really fun. So that's what he painted or this is what he painted on the 13th. So it wasn't that long ago. But this is for today's painting. And then other than that, and the fact that I'm almost out of my drink already, Jesus. The announcements are normal. Again, tomorrow is the Kickstarter. I did the painting. Chris might pop in, probably won't. He's not even listening to me. If he's on a meeting, I can't even imagine. Oh, that's a good one. It's got that front beak thing. Good call. Good call. We were just talking about pitch black too recently. Wasn't that one of the questions Chris had on? It was that jumble word, right, where you got to put the words together, and one of them was the Chronicles of Riddick. Pitch black, obviously, much better. Yeah, I can see a dragon. It's definitely easy to do with dragons because of the way he does the swoops with the lines and stuff. Yeah, Camp Cretaceous is the CGI in it. The animation is great. The story is, I did not expect it to be as, like, it gets dark at some points, and I didn't expect it to happen. So, yeah, Pitch Black's phenomenal. Phenomenal movie. So then, other than that, typically, it's the other stuff that's going on. I'm going to say, and I don't have anything else, so deal with it. Other than that, the typical stuff that's going on throughout the week, we'll have our game night Tuesday, our new game night on Thursday, prototype on Sunday. That's if you're in the Syracuse area, please come by. And I did not see this. What? You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you, Di? Where's the possum? That's great. Pterodactyl pterodons? Are they different? I grew up knowing they were pterodactyls. The flying dinosaurs. Di, I don't believe you. I think you're just trying to throw in possum. Where's the possum? Is it that thing? Are these the feet? I mean, clearly. Little gray head on the left. Okay. I didn't think they had... possums didn't have beaks, though, right? Or he's got one hell of an underbite. Overbite? Overbite. So that's that for the banners, or for the announcement. I'm going to turn the banners off. There are no other announcements that I have. If Chris has any, if he's listening, he can drop them into the comments. Other than that, I hope you watched the show. I hope you enjoyed it on Saturday. We had a blast doing it. We have a blast doing it every Monday, every show. So I guess I can go into the winners. That's kind of why you're here, I would assume. Are you saying, yeah, the possum has an overbite? What else did I miss? Did I miss anything else? No, I think I caught up on everything. Oh, Charlene, I didn't catch up on your thing. The koi fish. That's an interesting one. That's a good one. I like it. Good answers. Yeah, no. Oh, thank you. It's very nice of you. So I have nothing else on my end other than to thank everybody, obviously, for always tuning in and doing the thing. We'll be sort of back to normal next Monday when we cause more chaos in Arkham and probably die horribly. So for those that are interested in the winners of the... all right, here we go. According to Wikipedia, pterodactyl is an informal term for pterosaurs, based on the genus of the first pterosaur known as science. Okay. So what's pterodon then? Or pterodon is a pterosaur? Interesting. All right, so the winners. Also, to I guess to move forward, these are not the only copies of the promo shops that we're giving out. We have plenty more of these that we'll be doing for the rest of the year. So if you are new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, if you don't know, every Monday 9 Eastern or 8 Chris's fake time. We go live with some show. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes they're top five. Sometimes we just make fun of each other for an hour and a half. Usually we make fun of each other no matter what. Those will be our... Okay, that makes all the sense then. That clears it up. Good job. So yes, Mondays, 9 Eastern. That's when we go with our show. So yeah, like and subscribe and do all the stuff so you can follow us along and watch us every Monday, or when we have special episodes like we did for PotionCon. That said, there are more of these coming, so we'll have more giveaways throughout the rest of the year for that stuff and maybe some other stuff. So you never know. All right, so for the 5 promos, the promo shops, and I'm not going to give last names. I'm not going to do all that stuff. Hey, Matty P. What's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. Distracting squirrel. I'm not saying anything. All right, so for the 5 promo shops, I'm going to give you a first name. There will be an email sent out, so be ready. Check your emails. But these are the names that have won the 5 promo shops. If your name is Andrew L., Jacob B., David B., Jeanette B., or Dean S., you will be getting an email from probably me or Chris, letting you know that you've won one of these things. We already have your address, and we will ship it out to you within the week, I would say, probably by the end of this week. So congratulations on winning the promo shops. For those that are interested in who won the deluxe edition of this guy right here, compliments of Cardboard Alchemy as well. If your first name is Katie and your last name begins with an A, if you are a Haley and your last name begins with an A, if you are Emerson and it begins with an R, if you are a Tim and it begins with a D, or you are Mr. Chuck Hurd, and I'm not lying, it's right there. Oop, it's right there. You have won the deluxe copy of Flamecraft. So you will also be getting an email, and that will be shipped out to you. I cannot tell you when because they're coming from a different place, but you will be getting that as well. So congratulations to those that entered. Thank you for watching on Saturday. We had a hell of a time. We always have a hell of a time making these. We love what we do. So we appreciate you guys always chiming off in the chat, tuning in for this stuff that Luca does. Making sure you're not totally crazy, but it's cool if you're a little bit crazy. Yeah, congratulations. That's good that you're here too. Bill, there'll be times. Like I said, we'll be giving out more of these, so keep checking, keep tuning in. We'll have other stuff, not only on the live shows. We'll probably do something on our Facebook. So if you're not subscribed to us over on the Facebook, go do that. If you're not part of our Discord, go hop into our Discord. That's been steadily growing over the past couple weeks. Most likely we'll do a lot of stuff on there as well, and then we'll do some stuff on the live show in the coming weeks, months, for the rest of the year until I get rid of them, basically. The deluxe edition is beautiful. Yeah, it is. And once I tuned into it, now I'm just aggravated about it. So I'm going to focus on trying not to say it as often as I do. Just the dead air, right? When I'm thinking about what I want to say, and it's just, I feel like I need to fill it with something. Anyway. Cool. So if you have any other questions, I guess I can open this up to some questions, like where the hell is the possum in this thing? Oh no. You have to get the game. I assume you've played it, Bill, yes? And I know there's a little bit of a delay, but... I don't know how much of a delay, so it's a little weird. I don't know what Tower Rex is. Oh, cool. So depending on what games you like, it's a fun game. And now you have to get it because now you own a promo and you don't have the game for it. So it's like a must, right? Yeah, Critter Kitchen's great. It really it's what you'd expect from it. Oh, oh, cool. And I'll agree here. It's got really cool mechanisms, like the way that the shops upgrade. Right when you get to upgrade the shop, and then when you go there, we talked about it a little bit on Saturday. But when you go there, you get what the shop offers. Then doing the contracts, the idea that when you go to a shop, if somebody is already there, you owe them something. You need to pay them for being there, and it's resources from your own supply. So the idea of getting stuff, but having to give some stuff up if you really want to go to a certain shop because that's the right move for that turn. Can you wait a turn? They're really, really fun decisions. Plus, the world that Sandar has built with the dragons and the people and the village and what they're doing, it's beautiful. It's just stunning. The components are great. The wooden bits, if you have the deluxe with the trays and the bread and the diamonds, everything as I've expected. And I know they're friends of mine, so it comes off a little biased, but with thinking about Mission Catastrophe, which is right here. This over here is an early prototype of Flamecraft that Peter had sent to me, so I can show it off at QSCon and show it off on, game nights or whatever. I think it was during the Kickstarter. Even that was just well done. It's definitely something that I now expect from them, and if Brad is listening, from you as well. But their stuff is great, and Critter Kitchen is no different. The art's beautiful, the world is great, the components, from what I saw in an early prototype that Chris had at the gathering, was beautiful. So I can't imagine with whatever stretch goals they have planned and all of the production value it's going to come with is just going to be great. Oh, cool. All right, well, I have to go check that out. Cool. Yeah, it's super lightweight, super family friendly. The idea there, it's not cutthroat, it's not backstabbing. It's nothing is ever locked. When you go to a location, it doesn't matter if people are there, you're not blocked. You just might have to pay some resources, which, and this is not official, so don't, it's not the way you should play, but you could, if you're playing with younger kids, you can take that out of the rules just to have fun with it. But the idea of going someplace and having to give up a resource to someone that's there is really fun. And then the figuring out how to get the resources to fulfill the contracts, to get, it's just it's like Marcus had said. It's relaxing, it's lightweight, it's just a beautiful game. Yep. What is this you talk of? Yeah, that's Peter run and the whole team really, but I'm more familiar with how Peter, because Peter was always doing this stuff from what I remember. The Discord channel and the way you did the puzzles and you unlock different channels and the online puzzles and the interaction that is just creating this community of people that love this stuff is, I haven't seen anything that does what they've created with all of those things. The puzzles, you enter one, you get free stuff. They're fun, they're engaging, they're thinky but not too thinky. It's amazing to watch that build up. And it was bonkers for Flamecraft. It blew me away, and I imagine the same thing's going to happen with Critter Kitchen. Yeah, they make you work for sure. Some of them are super easy. Some of them are definitely very easy because a lot of it is all you need to do is answer one and you get the thing. So like grab the easy one and you're fine. But then if you can complete them all, which then they do get, they're challenging. They're challenging. Not too challenging, but you know, the other thing that blew me away from that community is they're definitely willing to help out each other, because it's not like a no you can't have it kind of thing. So they help out. You join, you get into one of those channels and you start asking some questions, and they might nudge you in a certain direction that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. So very cooperative, if you will. But they're great. They are phenomenal. All right, so for that, I guess let me do all the things right before Chris tells me that I forgot to do the thing. Do that thing. Do the like and subscribe. While you're here, hit the bell or subscribe thumb. I don't know what they are. Do all those things that you're supposed to do to support, or get notified the next time we go live, which will be Monday for the Arkham show, which will be sweet chaos. And then expect, if you were on that list, expect an email, which I'm sure, depending on if you're the deluxe or the promo shop, will be out by this week. I don't know if the envelopes will come with tracking, but maybe they will. Yeah, so as always, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to cut it short unless anybody else pops up with some kind of questions. It's weird that 12 people are watching me say like 400 times. Bonkers. So yeah, do the thing. Expect an email. Thanks as always. And tune in next Monday at 9 Eastern for some Arkham goodness. Also, if you don't, have a safe and happy Halloween. Send us your pictures. Join the Discord. Show off what characters you dressed up as, or if your little one's dressed up as something, if they're board game related or geek related. This isn't only board game stuff. We geek out about just about everything. If you haven't watched Loki, holy good stuff. Ahsoka was amazing. Like, we talk about everything too. So show us your pictures from Halloween. Oh, you've been great, Chuck. It's good to see you. You have a good night as well. So interesting. I have not, and I've stayed away from it because of what I've heard about it. So I'm, like I had said in the beginning, Arkham 2nd Edition was the game that brought me into the modern hobby. So it will always be my number one. It's weird because of the Batman game, but it'll always be my number one. It's always my favorite game. I'm down to play it whenever. I have up here in these boxes over here. Nope. This is really weird to do. How do I get close there? These things all the way up there are all the investigators, and then these two treasure chests are all the monsters. Like, I have all the stuff, and I have 5 copies of the game all set up in different, like, one's base in Dunwich, one's got the king in yellow and the black goat. So I'm more of a 2nd edition purist, I guess, if you will. And then when I heard about 3rd edition with the modular board and the idea that you could play a game and not have like a monster encounter, it just threw me. It was weird. And I know there's expansions that have fixed some of the stuff, which I guess is good, but probably shouldn't have had. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, and I've been a little bit, I don't know, biased about it. So if it's good, I'm happy for it. Yeah. So the different itch, right? Like, Eldritch Horror was another one that people are like, no, Eldritch is way better. Eldritch does this. Eldritch does that. And I don't agree. I think it's good, but I don't think it's 2nd edition. And it's a different type of game. It depends on what you're going for. I like the chaos. I like the randomness. I love the stories that come out of 2nd edition with the randomness of the decks, the way they're shuffled. Like, it depends on if you have Miskatonic in there, and is everything mixed in? How do you like it? It can be a different game, and that's fine. But Eldritch, like, it just feels like there was more downtime between turns because of the cards having the top part that's like, do a thing, roll some dice, did you succeed? And then there's a bottom part of the card that also did the same thing. And it's a much bigger scope because it's worldwide. It's not just like in Arkham and Dunwich and Innsmouth and Kingsport. Like, it just seemed like a bigger, I don't know. Eldritch was fine. And I also think that second edition, most people just, you need someone that knows what they're doing and knows how to play it. So they kind of get it to move along a little bit better. Where these 4 or 5 hour, 6 hour games of Arkham and it turns people off. It shouldn't be a 4 hour game of Arkham. Like that thing should be an hour and a half. If you keep things moving, maybe at 8 players go 2 hours, but it should not take as long as some people talk about it taking. Oh yeah. It's a good designer. I'm glad that it's a different itch. From what I've heard, it doesn't replace it, which is great. I mean, for me, I don't think it can ever replace it. But then again, you got the expansions that do the thing and add more stuff to it, and I haven't tried it yet because I kind of was just, I don't know, sour on it because I'm so pro second edition. I just love the way I'm also familiar with it, so it's easy for me to run through it. I don't have to learn something new. I don't need somebody else to teach me how to play it. I also think I'll just compare it to second edition the entire time I'm playing third edition, which isn't fair to third edition. So it's like a remake of a movie. Like if they ever do remake The Goonies, probably won't watch it because I will constantly compare it to the original Goonies. So I don't know where the Goonies came from, but whatever. It makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense to everybody. So that's that. Also, John, thanks for liking. Good to see you. I mean, somewhat see you. You didn't make a comment, but I know you're there. Yeah. It going into it thinking that it's going to be different when I know I'm playing an Arkham horror game is going to be really weird. Like understanding that it's a different game is one thing, but when I'm sitting at the table and the investigators are there and you're doing the stuff and the monsters are coming up, I'm just going to be like, but it's not. So it's, I guess trying to treat it as a different game is going to be a totally different challenge. But I do want to try it. I just have to be in the right mindset to be like, this isn't Arkham. This is going to be totally different. And I don't know. I don't know. It could be good. I thought that with Eldritch, I was going into Eldritch thinking that it was going to be different. And then I played it and I was like, this just isn't Arkham. It didn't feel like Arkham. So I played it a couple times and I haven't in a while, even with all the expansions that have come out. Luke, how are you, brother? Hope all is well. Haven't seen you in a bit. But I do want to play it. I do want to play it. And I went talking to Richard. There's an expansion that came out. I don't know the name of it, but apparently it kind of corrected that the possibility that you could go without some sort of monster encounter, which I feel is super weird. But there's an expansion that has fixed that. That I guess makes things better. I don't know. It's still weird. I'm just gonna see if Luke responds. But I do hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm just trying to catch up on if I missed anything while I'm sitting here in silence. Cool. All right. So good. Good. As I say that. Glad you will. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow at game night or Thursday. And maybe we'll play something sometime soon. I feel like I haven't played a game with you in ages. Jeez. I don't even think we played a game here, did we? Did we? I don't think we did. Yeah, okay, I'm trying. I'm not gonna break it in one sitting. I'll work on it though. I will work on it. Cool. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be there. I think Nate and I are playing Underwater City, so I'm looking forward to that. And then Gempire. We're playing Gempire after too, if you haven't seen that from Paul Elpers. Great game. No, not even at the con. We didn't even play something at the con. We need to correct that, sir. We need to play something soon, please. All right, so before Chris actually turns on the sound and realizes Gempire with a G. Zarman's Demands. It's really cool. The game is great. Trying first to complete 2 of his 3 demands, Zarmand, the Emperor, whatever. But the way that the game plays with the city building and the bidding mechanism, the bluffing that happens in the bidding mechanism is something I hadn't experienced in games before. It's really, really clever and well done, and creates a lot of fun moments while you're playing the game. Hey, Axel. Thank you. I appreciate you thanking me for something. Hey, Alan. Wow, so now people are showing up? Do I stick around more? I thought it'd be a quick show, but if more people are coming in. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Gempire was just on Kickstarter. He is going to relaunch, I believe, in February or March with more stuff, better components, a lower tier. So not like a deluxe version, but like a cardboard version. So if you don't want the all the plastic bits and everything, you don't need it. You did not win the giveaway, Alan. I apologize. Unless you want to change your name real quick to one of these other people. But I'll have it with me, Luke, tomorrow if you want to take a look at it. I think we're playing it after Underwater City, so I'll have a copy with me. Also, we need to talk, Alan. We need to get the ball rolling on that thing that we're doing. You know what I'm talking about. Just saying. All right, for real. I'm going to bounce. So if you won and you were listening, or you tuned in earlier and you heard your name, you'll get an email for the depending on if you're the promo shop, which is this thing, or if you got the deluxe, the deluxe copies of that thing. Otherwise, please go on Kickstarter, find the page for Critter Kitchen, subscribe now. It'll help their launch numbers and make them look even better than they already are, with 6,400 people subscribed to the launch. It's bonkers. Then tomorrow, believe 9 Eastern, Chris said earlier, they're launching. So 9 Eastern tomorrow, Critter Kitchen will be available. And then the fun that's going to happen. I know he's been busting his ass on getting the Kickstarter page done with the team and making it look, as organized as possible with all the stuff that they're going to have. So get on that. I know I'll be around. And then next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, we'll be playing Arkham Second for Halloween. And we'll be dressed up. So why would you miss that? Maybe you'd want to miss that. I don't know what Chris is going to dress up as, so that could be scary. Stuff of nightmares. Oh, cool. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate it. As always, Alan. Have a good night, man. I mean, sure. And you also love Flamecraft, like the art, the world, the all the stuff about it. It's the same. Like the game it's the same. It's a totally different game, but the feel, the way you're gonna feel about it, the component quality, the world, everything about it. And I'm not part of the team. Like that's all. It's the same way I would talk about asking for troubles. This thing, for Chris. Like it's just they do stellar stuff and they're good people. So yeah, it's gonna be a quick morning for sure. Yeah. So thanks again. I appreciate all of you as always. Yes, it's ridiculous. It's just beautiful. It really is. It really is. So yeah, thanks. Appreciate you all for tuning in always, especially tonight and Saturday for the show. But next Monday, tune in again, 9 Eastern, play or make fun of us while we're playing Arkham. And then who knows? Maybe we'll give something out next week too. Be good, guys.